That's so good. All right. Final Fantasy X. It's been a long time. It's been a very, very long time since I've played this game properly. Hi, welcome to the stream. You're going to see some shit. That's the only way to describe what's going to happen. I was planning on playing Final Fantasy X HD Remake, but then I kept seeing like things in the reviews and people's comments and on Reddit and on like when I was looking for wallpapers for the thumbnails, everywhere you could possibly look, people were saying the same thing, which is like, the new models are ugly, download this with patch fixes, that's the only way to play this. And that only comes after, right? Because everyone had the same preface. If you're going to continue playing this version, because the part of the preface that they had before was just play the PS2 version. And I was like, well, say less. I was born in 93. The PS2 is kind of like one of the staples of my childhood. It's the staple of pretty much any kid who lived through that generation. The PS2, to this day, for many people, including myself, is an undefeated console. It's the pinnacle of what we thought gaming should be. It was what we thought Sony should always be. That was quality. You got a DVD player. You got video games. You got a system that always worked. You got, I think there was backwards compatibility. Good memory. There weren't very many issues with the PS2, and it lasted forever. People still had it way after. And then the decline. PS3, PS4. I know it's not Sony, but like, you know, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox X. You know what I mean? And now, thank the Lord, console gaming is pretty much dead. That's a little bit of a double-edged sword, because as much as I want console gaming to kind of die because it lost its spice, now everybody and their mom is buying gaming PCs because they want to stream and they want to do this. They want to mine crypto. And yeah, and then you have people like me. I can't afford a 4090 or a 5090, so you got to settle, which is sad, because back in the day, making the money I make now, even if you adjust it for deflation going back in time, I would have been able to get like a high-end graphics card. I think there's like articles about that if you look it up, where they talk about, you know, like back then you could buy like the highest end graphics card for like $75, you know? Which I'm sure people will be like, yeah, $75. My controller is connected, right? Yeah, like people will say like $75 adjusted for inflation is probably a lot of money. But it would still be significantly less. Like, you have to think about the fact that we're paying thousands of dollars now, right? Like a 4090, 5090 are like $2,500, which is like the price of a PC. So, you know, keeping all that in mind, it's kind of like, hey, it's so funny to think that someone's going to come across this live stream at some point in the future and then be like, he is really like delivering on conversation topics and there's no one in the stream. I'm literally just talking to me in the camera. That's it. All right, let's see. 75. We're going to do $75 in, let's say, 2005, right? Inflation. So, yeah. So, that would be $123. So, you could have bought a high-end graphics card for $123 today's money back then. But because you're competing with everybody and their fucking mom for chips and all this stuff and crypto and AI generation, it's like, you know. The funny thing is that AI, as significant as it might be in the future and like as a placeholder, because it does do a lot of things. I can't completely knock AI because I do use AI to a degree. I'm terrible with SEO and I refuse to learn it on my own. So I just let ChatGPT do it. You know, I think that's pretty obvious if you look at like my descriptions and stuff. Obviously, it adds my sense of humor to it. and then does the SEO thing to try and maintain my sense of humor around it.
This
and then also like for making the thumbnails. Photoshopping and like cropping someone out manually with the pen tool, like I am used to it. It takes time, you know? Whereas now it's like I can see the end result quicker, which is better. Because I don't really try to make my thumbnails that, you know, like amazing. But I do want it to kind of look like I'm there for the most part. And you get to that part of the process quicker when you can just, you know, drop the photo in, use AI to automatically grab yourself out of the background, plop yourself in and be like, okay, this looks good. Now, if there's things that have to change or whatever, where like I need to adjust my eye line or something like that in the photo, I can figure that out quicker, you know? Even though you can kind of guess sometimes when you look at the photo, when you're actually getting to see it, it's better. So, you know, AI has its place, but it's also funny because I brought that up to say like AI is also losing its place in the internet as well, because now like a lot of people on YouTube, creators and stuff like that, whether they're left-leaning or right-leaning, fuck the politics, they're starting to see that it's a problem, you know, if it's cutting people out of avenues to make money, especially in a time where making money and being able to own things is so problematic. You know, we don't own our video games. We can't buy a fucking house for whatever, you know? So when you have AI cutting in, it's kind of like, yo, what am I competing with here? So yeah, we have that going on and like a lot of other stuff, but I don't even remember how this rant started. I just started talking to myself. Again, however long in the future someone comes past this video, if it's not obvious because YouTube didn't make it obvious, I want you to know that there's no one in the chat. It's just me. It's just me going off. What am I doing? Oh, I'm in Zanarkand. I want to get out of here. Oh, you have to talk to these people, I think.
Can I have your autograph?
Sure, baby.
Of course.
I don't know what I want my name to be in the game yet. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that one. But I want it to be... I want it to look like it's part of the game, so I gotta use, like, capital and then lowercase, you know? Proper English. Proper English. Proper English. The fucking English. The fucking English. I'll crush him like a worm. I'll crush him like a worm. You'll get crushed like a worm. You fucking English. Fucking English. I'll never get a Scottish accent down. It's just not gonna happen. Is that what I want his name to be? I'm trying to remember, like, clever ways. This is such a, like, old school thing, but I'm trying to remember clever ways to get the name to look like it's at, like, they're, like, it changes the sentence, you know? But I think cuck lower with, you know, like as a proper name fits. I think that's good. I don't know why I can't think of any right now. I'm really struggling. Maybe it's the coffee. All the fucking sugar is like, you know, I can't focus. Just like the camera can't focus right now. Look, I can't focus. Is it focused? Yeah, it's focused. Hold on, I gotta send this as a picture to somebody. Hold on. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Oh man, all right. I'm gonna go with Cuck. I think Cuck is good. We're gonna go with Cuck. With a special C. Cuck. Cook.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks.
Nothing to worry about. Oh, if I score a goal, I'll do this. That will mean it was for you, okay?
Yeah, that's for you, baby.
What seat?
He's blocking the front row. Fifth from the right.
Got it.
What's up, kids?
Can you
Stay in
sign
school.
No problem.
What's up, Andrew?
this, please?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Yes, I'll sign the ball, kid. Come on.
Me too.
Take it easy.
Everybody's gonna get a signature. Everybody's gonna get a signature. Calm down.
Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3. Teach us how to blitz.
Teach us how to
Hey,
blitz.
I got a game to play.
Then teach us after.
Maybe tonight, well,
You can't tonight.
I mean tomorrow.
Who's this?
Promise?
Is that little kid my fucking secretary? If I want to
Promise.
teach how to blitz tonight, I'm gonna teach how to blitz tonight, buddy. Okay? You're not my secretary.
I was in a coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, Jecht, gone. Vanished into thin air.
Our
My
hero,
dad must have been his
Jecht,
biggest fan.
gone.
I knew how sad he'd
Thin
be.
fucking air.
Heck, we all were that
Where did
day.
he go?
Zenai
Why did he
says to
go?
myself,
Why did he
are you thinking?
leave?
I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jecht all night. My dad and I never talked so much. Whoa. Didn't mean to reminisce, folks. Anyway, 10 years later, the Jecht Memorial Cup tournament is today.
The two teams that have won through the final.
Make way, make way.
I didn't have enough time. Sorry. Cuck coming through.
Hey,
Hey,
I'm gonna be late.
Cuck coming through. Cuck coming through.
Hey, let
Excuse me.
go of me.
Excuse me, just a little cuck coming through. Damn, that's a big ass wave, bro. Oh, oh. Yo, for PS2, this is pretty cool, actually. I forgot how cool some of these cutscenes are. This is classic Square Enix. This is Square Enix, right? I'm pretty sure. I always remember Square Enix as having been, like, very... I don't know if I should say revolutionary, but they were always very... in the terms of Ironheart, iconic. They were very iconic every time. Like, their cutscenes and stuff like that, and, like, the way they had, like, basically mini movies rendered into the game was always memorable. This was, like, one of the staples of Final Fantasy and Square Enix at the time. I think them and, like, Capcom were always really good at that, you know? Yeah, Orin, why were you waiting for me, weirdo?
It begins.
What?
Don't cry.
I'm not crying.
What the? Hey, wait! Hey, not this way!
Look. We called it sin.
Sin?
Oh crap. The scales are coming off. Oh, that's right. I forgot about all this. It's so cool seeing all this all over again. What a little...
A gift from Jecht.
My old man?
Oh, wow. What a swing, buddy.
I hope you know how to use it.
Yeah, it really looks like he doesn't, Orin.
These ones don't matter. We cut through.
bother going after all of them. Cut the ones that matter and run.
Okay, cut the ones that matter and run. I'm assuming the one in the center is the one that matters. Or is it just the ones in front of me in general? Yeah, it's just the ones in front of you in general.
Get out of my town!
Some can't wait to die.
When a character's overdrive gauge beneath the HP MP display is full, that character may use a special unique attack one time. Press left in the command window to use an override. Bushido. Dragon Fang. Oh, shucks. Look at that. Hits every monster. Down, left, up. This thing hits hard, man. We're already low on health. I don't know what it wants me to do because we don't have overdrive. So I don't remember. Do we have to lose this fight? I don't think so. I'm reluctant to use health potions because I want to keep them for later. But we might have to here soon. Like, we're getting bullied a little bit. There we go. There we go. We got him now.
What are you laughing at, old man? Aaron, let's get out of here.
He's got daddy issues.
Huh? Give me a break, man.
That's a lot of enemies. I'll never quit. It's kind of funny, right? Because I don't remember what happened back in 2020 when I originally streamed this, but I actually didn't go back, I don't think. Or maybe I did. I don't remember. I really don't remember. It's funny though because I've played this game the whole way through and beaten it. And I know you could say the same thing for Prince of Persia, because I beat it when I was little, and as an adult, I absolutely refused to play the rest of it. But this time, yeah, I'll play through. I do remember the one thing that got annoying to me was, why can't I hit those other enemies? Is it left, right? Left, right, left, up, down, up, down. Yeah, I can only hit that one enemy for some reason. The one thing I do remember about that original Final Fantasy stream was that I got randomly, like, really sick in the middle of it, which is why I was wearing that mask. Like, I started to, like, my nose, I think allergies kicked in. Like, Boston allergies got me, East Coast allergies. And, yeah, I remember that much. Because I remember people asking me, like, yo, are you okay? I had, like, tissues stuck in my nose, and then I had, like, the mask covering me so people couldn't see. But then I slowly started getting worse. Like, my eyes got really red, so then I had to wear glasses. It was like by the end of the stream, I was holding on by a thread. Oh, he's gonna die. I think I failed this, because I was supposed to be using health potions. My bad, chat. My bad. It's a warm-up round. Oh, shit, you go all the way back? Oh, my God. So if you die in the beginning section when they're teaching you the game, you have to go all the way back. Oh, my God. Can I skip? All right, everybody. Watch the intro. I guess I'm gonna go pee. All right. You know what's weird is that I keep the headphones in, right? So I can hear, like, the silence of the waves and the piano, and I'm like, is anything happening? Is there a screen I don't remember? I'm also hitting every button I can to speed this up, but...
Listen to my story.
Listen to my story.
This may be our last chance.
This may be our last chance. You're going to be playing Final Fantasy X, and I'll be displaying severe daddy issues. My dad, Jecht, he was a real asshole, but he taught me how to blitz. Anyway, I'm part of the Xanarkin Apes. Yeah, there's an echo, buddy. There's an echo. Peasant. Oh, His opacity was low. You seen that? His opacity was down. They got to turn his little slider up. Hey, how's it going, everybody? What's going on?
Can you sign this?
No prob. Alrighty.
Me too!
Take it easy.
Ladies,
Can I have your autograph?
absolutely.
Of course.
Good luck tonight!
Nothing to worry about. Oh, if I score a goal, I'll, do this.
I'll do this.
That will mean it was for you, okay? What seat?
He's blocking the front row! Fifth from the right!
Got it. Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3...
Teach us how to blitz.
Hey, I got a game to play.
Then teach us after!
Maybe tonight, well,
You can't tonight.
Hey, you're not my secretary.
I mean,
I told you
tomorrow.
that.
Promise?
Promise.
Wow. They coordinated it and everything. This is... It's like punishment for not being intelligent enough to think that you should use the potions in your inventory. And that's really my fault, chat. It's really my fault. I admit that. I admit that entirely. That's on me. Because now we can't skip any of these cutscenes. And yeah, here we are.
I was in a coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, Jecht, gone. Vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanar, I says to myself, what are you thinking? I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jecht all night.
Make way, make way.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Coming through.
I'm
sorry.
coming through. Excuse me.
Hey, I'm gonna be late. Hey, let go of me.
You know, the more I look at it, the more that little water door thing is actually kind of cool. I'm not mad at it. If it had like some kind of like, I don't know, security feature where only like a certain person could pass through, that would be dope, right? Like instead of having a screen door, you had that water thing and then it still let air in. It'd be nice. Be nice. You know, actually, I kind of like this song. I don't know. I'm gonna have to admit it. Oh shit! I forgot. I have to play Blitzball in this game, and I don't particularly remember being fond of it. So that'll be interesting when we get to that. I don't remember hating it. I don't remember liking it. That's the dilemma. And I really, really considered the HD remaster because I was like, oh, they'll iron things out. But when I saw all those reviews in all those different places across the internet where people were just like, just play the PS2 version, I kind of had to be like, all right, well, I've already been streaming things on emulators, and that seems to be doing well as far as analytics go. And I enjoy the emulator content a lot, actually. And not that I didn't like playing regular games, but it is nice to get back to like the classics, you know? Plus, I really enjoyed this game as a teenager, so I'm curious to return to it.
Orin! What are you doing here?
I was waiting for you.
What are you talking
14
about?
years later? 12, 13 years later? It'll be interesting because even though, like, I wasn't really into anime back then, I definitely still liked the appeal of some of the, you know, like JRPG, edgelord, you know, emo kid, daddy issues. Like, I don't know why I found some of that stuff appealing. I think it's just the drama of it. You know, like the edgy kid who's like, my life is dark. So it's funny to be able to go back now and be like, okay, let's see like how corny this is. Even back then I was like, oh, this is corny. Like the laughing scene that's coming up, corny. And by coming up, I mean, you know, a couple hours into the game. But it'll be interesting to see
What
the different perspective I have now. Because I kind of remember my perspective back then. And mostly it's fond. Like, I'm very fond of this game. So I'm interested to see like how I feel about it.
Hey, not this way.
Look,
The cutscenes are pretty cool, though. The cutscenes are pretty cool.
Sin?
Me in high school feels called out. You shouldn't. We were friends. And I also liked that shit. You know that. Ironically, though, I don't remember. Yeah, I was pretty stupid back then. But yeah, I don't think I had like a group that I didn't hang out with purely based off of like what they liked. It was more so like their personalities, but yeah, like the emo kids were okay, the ones that I remember anyway. And yeah, you know, like Naruto was kind of like that emo edgy anime as well. Even Yu Yu Hakusho, which I think is like my all-time favorite anime. No one can ever convince me that any anime is better. Don't even try. But that was pretty emo too in its own way. Like it suited me more because of like the sense of humor, but the underlying message of it and like the growth of Yusuke, that had kind of those similar tones. You know, I was kind of like
these
connected
ones
to that.
don't matter. We cut through.
Yeah, we do jump groups a lot. we jumped groups quite a bit. I'm trying to remember. There was a bunch of stuff back then that was like that. I remember even some of the music. I'm trying to remember like some of the songs. I can't right now, but because I didn't listen to Panic at the Disco back then or anything like that. But there were some songs that got me where I was like, oh, I like this, you know? And it's like that edgelord, like emo, early 2000s kid. If I found an MP3 player that I had in those from that time period, and I booted it up and it still worked, I'm sure the music would blow me away. Like I would be like, this is this is terrible. You know, or I would be like, oh, this is actually kind of good music. I'm curious. I would be curious to see, but... But yeah, that's why I think playing this will be interesting, because it'll be interesting to see like what characters, if I still like certain characters, if I still dislike certain characters, if my reason for disliking them is the same or not. It's not a phase, chat. emo DonnyxCage is fucking hilarious. I chimed in. Haven't you people ever heard of closing the damn door now? Much better to take these kinds of things with a sense of poison rationality. Oh, whoops. Oh, I messed up. Okay, he still killed everybody, which is nice. I couldn't get it. I could not get it. Harry, dodge. So I think maybe I'll heal after this if I have time. Or I'll have to do it in the next fight. I should probably do it now. Because the sun's getting real low for him. Damn, they're nowhere near their max health. Is that it? No, it's gonna spawn another attack. That is it. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of healing in the next battle here. Because I don't think there's downtime between the two fights. I think I go straight into a cutscene and then to the next fight. And we need to keep these two gentlemen alive because none of us want to have to play the opening cutscene again. None of us want that. So, okay, it won't let me do that. So we just have to take the L and hope that we survive this next battle. I chimed in. Haven't you people ever heard of? What are you laughing at, old man?
Lauren, let's get out of here. Weird. Huh? Give me a...
Okay, so we can kind of speed through these cutscenes by speeding up the dialogue. We can't outright skip them, but we can speed up the dialogue at least. Can't I attack the thing? Can I not attack the thing yet? Okay, so you have to do this first thing first, and then he'll go and attack that. Don't flicker those little wings, buddy. I wish there was a parry system, like Claire Obscura. Anybody flickering their wings? No.
This could be bad. That! Knock it down.
What?
Trust me, you'll see.
Oh, shit. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, he missed. Okay. It's almost going down. There it is. There it is.
Go.
Wow, 6 slow motion, man.
Oren! Oren!
Oren's like, this is the moment I've been waiting my whole life for. I'm gonna let you fall.
You are sure? This is it. This is your story. It all begins here.
Ha 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 ha! Ha 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 ha! Ah!
Hey. Hey!
Hi.
My old man?
I did voice the character, yeah. You haven't missed anything. Oh, look. Circle to go down. We're going down, down. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Something, 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 and bullet. I don't know the lyrics. Oh, there he is. Dad? Dad? Dad, is that you? Isn't it
thought
Dragon
about a
Ball
lot of
Z?
things.
Where like Gohan would be like,
Where
Daddy!
I was, what I got myself into. I started to feel lightheaded, and then sleepy.
We're going down, down in an earlier round. Sugar, we're going down
Being
swinging.
alone.
Okay.
I wanted someone, anyone,
Pussy
beside me,
Gohan.
so I didn't have to feel alone.
Damn, son! Give Gohan a break. He was in the non-existent time room or whatever, you know? He was putting in that work, son. It was always cool when they came back from that room and it was all hyped up, like they were gonna fuck somebody up. Like, he was in there for 6 centuries training as hard as he could. And then Cell just beat his fucking ass, and you're like, he should have trained for another 6 centuries, apparently. You know what I mean? Like, Why did he even come out? In non-existent time room. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called, but that's basically what it was, right? We're going down, down, in it. Okay, let's get to swimming. Can I save yet? Because if I die and I have to go back, I'm gonna be very upset, chat. Can you say muy upset? Kingdom Fantasy Heart X. I think Kingdom Hearts came first, right? For those who come too soon. Gus! Gus, my boy! I'm sorry I didn't save you. You know, let me take a quick second here. Number one, I said it in the very first stream. Gustav was voiced by Daredevil. And I think his name's Charlie Cox. Number two, Charlie Cox, if you come across this video, I'm happy that you were able to land Claire Obscure because you needed a win. Because that Daredevil TV show was fucking awful. You shouldn't have agreed to the She-Hulk season, and you shouldn't have agreed to Born Again. But I get it. As an actor, you need the money. I understand. As a fellow creative struggling through the process, I get it, Charlie. And I'm glad Claire Obscure has redeemed you. Because Born Again needs to die again. Okay, that's my little segment. Wait, isn't Final Fantasy characters in Kingdom Hearts? Yeah, Final Fantasy characters are in Kingdom Hearts, yeah. But I think Kingdom Hearts came after, and what it did was it grabbed all of Sony's, like, properties at the time, and Disney or something like that, I think. And yeah, that was like the appeal, because it was like, oh shit, Mickey Mouse and fucking Sephiroth. As a little kid, I was like this. I was like, oh shit, Dad, you gotta bootleg this right now, because we didn't have money. So I'm like, Dad, fucking burn it on a disc. What are you doing? And then yeah, and then I had it, and I, like every other fucking 8-year-old or whatever, I was like, it was like, I was in class, and they're like, in 1886, the Canadians thought they were better than us because they won a war no one cared about. And I'm like, I gotta get home to Kingdom Hearts! Sephiroth! And then, yeah. So that was my experience. Also, in case anyone's wondering, because I'm sure the Final Fantasy community, what are they called? Final Fantasyers? Final edgelords? I don't know what you guys call yourselves. But even back then, I was a Lulu simp. So don't come in here with that Riku Yuna energy, okay? I don't want it. Okay? Emo goth bae all the way. That's what I always say. Yeah, that rhymed. Because I got the time. Poet didn't even know it. Alright, I'm done. That's it. It's over, I promise. That was it. That was it. That was it. That was it. Oh yeah, they made a big mistake. Underwater is his jam. It's his literal jam. Okay. He can survive a couple more hits, but we're gonna have to get him some potion. Da, da, da. That's not good. Take a high potion. It's got a little bit of like CBD in it, so that it's gonna hit a little harder for him. Oh, that's not good. He hits really hard. Oh, he hits really hard. I gotta be honest, I was a little nervous because I'm like, if I don't heal or keep healing between these attacks, I'm gonna die and then I'm gonna have to watch all the opening cutscenes again. That's like my biggest fear right now. Because again, I still haven't saved. Swim! Okay, he did it. He did it. We're good. Come on, baby, baby, come on,
I
yeah.
had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
Can I save? Still can't save. I think there's save points in this game, if I remember correctly. He just casually pushes over really heavy rubble. What a badass.
Cold.
There it is. You see it? That little blue orb is this game's Site of Grace. How do I get to that green dot? Oh yeah, there you go. That angle with all the rubble blocking it, you can't really see the path that you're supposed to be going on. Oh wait, this is where I came from. Well, that makes sense why they would cover it up then. Now I'm a little more sympathetic. We're supposed to go to this one. Oh, there we go. I wonder what's all the way up here. There might be like a little treasure box or something. High potion. That's good because we wasted it on that mini boss or whatever. That big old fish.
I need food. What do you want?
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
Hey, you cried. Don't tell me I cried. You cried. Little shit. Coming in here. You cried. You cried. You know who I am? I'm a blitzball player, buddy. What are you? Huh?
Hey, wait! Don't go out on me!
Blow on it.
Nah, just hold on. I'll get more wood.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. All right. Is this a tough enemy or like a baby enemy? Oh, he's tough. Certain items like grenades have special effects when used. These items can only be used during battle by selecting the special ability use. Special ability. Special ability. Granada. Boom. Boom. Hit him with another one. Hit him with the jab. So what's coming up here is one of the first things I didn't like about this game, and I still kinda don't like it. I understand why it exists. So I won't knock it too much if you enjoy it. But there's a replayability factor, basically, where the more data you collect, there's like collectibles, basically. And the more of them you collect, the more you understand the language that certain characters speak. So this is supposed to incentivize you to go back and play the game again, do like New Game Plus, and then that way you can get subtitles and understand the dialogue of those characters. As you can imagine, I played through the game once, I enjoyed it, I loved it, and then I never played it again. Because there was no way in the world I was going to go and do all the collectibles. It just wasn't going to happen. You've seen my Donkey Kong 64 stream. You know how I feel about collectibles. I could care less.
Phew. That was close. Hey, let me go.
They gripped him up by his hair? That's crazy.
Fed! Shrivatek Risa! Ifan Petit, Fapuneket Fadrik. Kuno.
Damn. Yeah, even now, it's kind of like, it just doesn't seem like a great incentive. It just kind of, I don't know. It rubs me the wrong way. You know, I'm kind of like, just give me the subtitles. Or don't.
Hey, that hurts.
You either leave it a mystery, and then the player has to play the game, and then the character slowly learns the language or whatever. Or you give people the subtitles right off the bat, so they know kind of like the surrounding context. I don't know, just something about this system, just like, it just doesn't work for me, you know?
Right, whatever.
Tuli Hud Kabeg?
I said I don't understand.
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You understand me? All right, I'll work.
Bro, if I keep getting hit, I'm not doing nothing. Just shoot. What do you want me to do? Albed Primer Volume 1. Yeah, see? There you go, look. The secrets of the Albed language are revealed. So a Y is an A. You see what I'm saying? Is it comprehending why I don't like this system? I'm just like, I don't care. The Albed primers to help you decipher the strange Albed language. Sik dan dra Albed mekikaya pakt ulf milk. Gang shit has received the rank of Albed Hujila. Let's save, because I don't want to have to fall back again. So do I have to talk to her to leave?
Almost forgot.
Yeah. Using the Spira Grid. The Spira Grid is used to develop your characters by activating nodes with spheres. Let's see how this is done. Select Spira Grid from the main menu. Oh. I did not like the Spira Grid. I didn't like the Spira Grid. I don't know how this is going to hold up for me. I've had way more than 4 battles. Right? Okay, yep. This sphere is currently in stock as displayed. Every sphere has a special function. Yeah. Power spheres are used to activate strength, defense, and HP nodes. Ability spheres activate ability nodes. Nodes that can be activated are the node at the character's current position and nodes one step away. Yeah, this music is getting me through the, this tutorial. Yeah, it feels like you're getting taught how to play one of Aaron's cards game. Yeah, I agree. Let's save, because I don't want to have to do that tutorial again. Final the fantasy? Wouldn't it be fantasy the final? Can I leave now?
We found some ancient ruins right beneath us. It's not active now, but there should still be some power.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it.
We're gonna go down there and activate it.
Sorry, that tutorial really...
salvage the big prize.
It undid all the sugar and, like,
Okay,
coffee I
let's
drank.
get to work.
Roger.
Tidus. Ha. All right, see you later, buddy. It's a good game. It's a good game. Yeah, give us a little AP, baby. Wait. Why does she... Oh, she... What? Why does she need 436 AP? Is she that much higher level? She only hits for 60 damage. You know what I mean? Oh, that's hilarious. What a hilarious little detail for him to punch the shit out of the console to get it to work. The way that we came in, I believe. So, do we need to go up now? Is that what's happening? Yeah. Some experts examine. Is everything he does just beating up these unpowered up items? His whole strategy thus far has been like, oh, this thing doesn't work. Let me punch it a bunch. Why did I think... I thought he was leaving. Like, he got smacked a couple times and he's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Special commands become available in certain battles. Press left in the command window to access them. Trigger command. Stand by. Guide online. Stand by. Did this game just tell me to wait in place so that I could take damage? Like, I know I healed 50 and then he hit me for like maybe a little bit more. There's no other option you could give me, like a dodge or prepare button, and then they can like, you have a higher chance of dodging, defend 50% damage or something. There's got to be a better option, you know? Right in the back of the head. Tentacles. Oh! Oh, she's gonna get smacked up. Does Phoenix Down bring... Okay, yeah. I was going to say, I was hoping Phoenix Down would bring them back with at least half health, you know? Or... Because some games it's different. Some games are like, 10%, you know, which sucks. Because it's like, I brought them back and then they die instantly. But 180 seems like it might be generous. I think her health max is 400 or something like that, 500. So I think 180 is about half. We'll double check. Bro, come on. Dodge, Tidus. I love that. I love that. Oh man, I tried healing her up only for him to smack her right back down to basically where she started. And it's not like we're doing significant damage, it seems like, because I can't. I don't know what to say. Like, there's no. There's no health bar for this guy. Is this a cutscene? Okay, we finally got him. That took a bit of work. Okay, we gotta follow her out of here. Yeah. Alright, give me 2 minutes, chat. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. The hydration, man. The hydration. All right. What are we doing? Still following Riku. I always remember this part of the game being like my least favorite. I just didn't really like this area. It always felt like slow and... yeah, like slow and limiting, you know? Where you just kind of want to get to the part where it's like they set you free and then you go and you do your quests, you know? This is all kind of like holding your hand and not even in a good way. It's kind of like you have to hit these certain beats at these certain time and go down, you know? You're like, all right, come on, let's go. But once you get past that, it opens up and it gets a little better. It gets a little better. I'm sure there might be other gripes I have. I don't remember them, but we'll see. I know there's like a thing coming up soon that basically establishes he's in the future, I think, and the civilization he's from is like an ancient, technologically advanced civilization or something like that. So they all, like, they're all blown away that he knows certain things.
Hungry.
Rude as hell. She's like, here's your slop.
Whoa! Right on.
Yeah, get a spoon, dude.
Hey! It's 'cause you eat too fast.
Relax, Sadwings, relax. Bangarang B's not here to wrangle you in. Relax.
Riku?
Whoa! You really do understand. Woo-hoo-hoo! Why didn't you say so earlier?
I didn't get a chance to. Everyone thought we were a fiend.
We?
Oh, we means you.
So then just say you.
Who are you guys anyway?
If she knows the translation, she doesn't need to speak, you know, this form of Spanglish. You know what I mean?
You're not an Albed hater, are you?
She can just...
I don't even know
what is it? Albedish? You know what I mean? Like, she could just say the word.
Xanarkin. I'm a Blitzball player. Star player of the Xanarkin Abes.
Did you hit your head or something?
You guys hit me?
Oh, right. Do you remember anything before that?
Yeah, a giant monster attacked the city I was playing Blitzball in, and then I woke up
So
here.
I told her everything there was to tell about Xanarkin. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack. And about how Aaron and I were engulfed in this light. I just said things as they came to mind. But then I started to wonder. Did I say something funny?
You haven't said
You
a
and your
single thing that was
sin.
funny.
Don't worry, you'll be better in no time. They say your head gets funny when Sin is near. Maybe you just had some kind of dream?
You mean I'm sick?
Because of Sin's toxin, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, there is no Xanarkand anymore. Sin destroyed it 1,000 years ago.
See?
So no one plays Blitzball there.
Huh? What do you mean, 1,000 years ago? But I saw Sin attack Xanarkand. You're saying that happened 1,000 years ago? No way!
Dude, I'd be salty if I woke up 1,000 years from now. Unless the housing market was better. Then I'd be okay with it. I'm like, all right, well, you know, I can afford a house now, so. America 2.0 or whatever it is in 1,000 years. I guess that's my home.
You said... You play Blitzball?
Uh-huh.
I'm the star player of the Xanarkand Apes.
You know, you should go to Luca. Someone might know who you are, or you might find someone you recognize.
Luca?
Ah.
Huh.
Okay, leave it to me. I'll get you to Luca. Promise. You'd rather stay here?
Uh-uh.
Okay, I'll go tell the others. Wait here. Oh. And one thing. Don't tell anyone you're from Xanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's a holy place. You might upset someone.
Who's Yevon?
Oh, uh-huh.
It would have been cool if they had added a little, like, couple more details. And I remember thinking this when I was younger, too. Like, maybe someone being like, wow, his
My
clothes are
Xanarkand?
ancient. You know? Or,
Some
like, the way
kind
he
of
speaks
holy
is
place?
ancient. That would have been cool little
Yeah,
details.
right, I thought. Since when?
And it's not like they're against cringy
Yevon?
dialogue. Because there's going to be a lot of
Sin?
cringy dialogue.
Luca?
So, like, if they wanted to
I thought
add
Sin
him
just took
saying,
me
like,
to a
little
faraway
slang words
place
here and there,
that I can go back in a day or
it would have
two.
just blended in with the rest of the dialogue.
But 1,000 years into the future? No way! Whoa!
Etonic!
Whoa! Ah!
And then he got flushed down the toilet, and the game ended. Well, that was fun, everybody. We played Final Fantasy X. It was a good game. You know, I always thought it was a surprise, sudden ending for Tidus to die that way, but who am I to argue with art?
Riku! Blitzball!
You know, this
You okay?
this is a small little detail, but if you look at his necklace, you'll see that they actually rendered it separate from the rest of his body, right? So it's not like other games in that era where the necklace would have just been drawn in a 3D effect onto the actual body. You'll look and you'll see there's actually a gap between his necklace and his body in different parts so that it actually has, you know, the 3D substance to it, which is a nice little detail, especially for this early in gaming. Which is also, you know, it makes it impressive because it's in game, but then also like when you see the cutscenes, you can see that they know there are certain details that are missing that current generation couldn't handle. So like when you watch cutscenes, you'll see like his hair has physics, his clothes have physics, you know, all these things we expect in video games today, they're present in the cutscenes.
Things were starting
Another
to
reason
look
that
up.
their cutscenes really stood out. Also, I used to be able to do that when I was younger. I probably can't do it now without breaking my back and my ACL, but I did used to be able to do that. I used to love doing the bicycle kick.
What team
Fun
you say
fact.
again?
I meant, forget that. I got too close to Sin, and my head's all foggy like. So, I don't know where this place is, or even where I came from.
Sin's toxin got to you, but you're still alive. Praise be to Yevon.
Don Lee.
All right, back to practice.
What's up, Zach?
I'm Waka, coach and captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother.
Brother.
What, you hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
What a nice group of people. They're gonna feed me, get me some food. You just finished Final Fantasy X not too long ago? Nice, man. Yeah, this is my first time really revisiting it seriously.
I felt like I could trust this Waka.
I streamed it back in
so I just had to
2020 for a
ask.
little bit, and then I stopped. But I want to
It's
stream it
true
the whole way
Xanakin
through
was
this time.
destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble
Bender
now,
from Futurama.
isn't it?
Is that who that voice actor is?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with
I can
machina,
kinda hear it.
machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work. And then,
Fly on me?
well,
What the hell was that?
take a look. Sin came and destroyed the machina cities. And Xanarkand along with him. Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, Sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand. What gets me though, is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when. Of course, we must always repent for our sins.
Yeah, that's John
important.
DiMaggio, aka
It's just
Bender from
that
Futurama, and
it's
Jake
hard
from
to keep
Adventure
at it
Time.
sometimes, you
Oh,
know?
cool.
It was just as Riku said.
I don't know if I ever
Waka
really
and
knew
Riku
that.
couldn't both be lying.
You know, as distinct as that
Why
guy's
would they?
voice is, I didn't know that. I just always remember him
Well,
saying
you from
"brada"
Xanarkand
and me
days,
being
that
like,
was a
ugh.
good one, huh? Hey, I'm not saying the team never existed,
I do remember
yeah?
though that Waka is a
But
pretty
you gotta
good dude
figure,
in this
team
game. Like
living in
he's a
luxury
decent
like that be
guy.
pretty soft, eh?
I
He could be
appreciated the
annoying,
fact
but
that
he's-
Waka
he's-
was
he's a good
trying to
guy.
cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now, I just live life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better, maybe.
Hey, it's this way.
Can I not jump? No. I guess not. Oh, you know what? I do remember there's something else really annoying too that's coming up. The stupid temple. I hated the temple, and I think there's multiple temples throughout the game. They're terrible. Tidus is voiced by James Arnold Taylor, aka Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank, and Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Oh, cool. Yeah, I didn't know any of that.
What's the big idea?
So the one thing I do remember about Waka is that his Blitzball can be OP. It can be OP. Wham! Right to the face. I've seen you swimming more than anything else in this game. Yeah, the early game is a lot of swimming, man. It's a lot of swimming. I feel you. Trust me. I'm playing it. I feel you. And I felt the same way as a teenager, where I'm like, okay, but the other thing too, like you better suck it up and get used to it, because Blitzball is part of the game, and that's also underwater. So I could be misremembering, but I think there's certain enemies you can't hit because they're flying or like whatever. Maybe I'm not remembering that right, but I remember Waka and his stupid little blitz ball that he throws being OP because it's like he can hit everybody. And then there's like elemental changes that you can add to the ball. Like you could make it a lightning blitz ball, a fire blitz ball, or whatever. So you could really fuck up enemies very easily with Waka. So like, if you ignore everybody and their little leveling up spear map or whatever, and only focus on Waka, if you keep Waka alive in every fight, you're fine. Yeah, Waka is your ranged melee attacker. One of the best characters, in my opinion, for the entire game. Also, Blitzball can eat my fucking Blitzballs. It's one big math puzzle and I don't care to learn it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was saying earlier that I remember not liking Blitzball, but not hating it either. So I'm curious to see how I feel about it now. But yeah, I agree with you. I'm okay with a fixed camera when it works. You know what I mean? When it works, I'm okay with it. Like this, I'm gonna regret saying this, I can tell. Like a stream from now, or in this very same stream, I'm gonna regret it. But right now, it works to a degree. There are a couple times where it's a little annoying and the control schemes changes. But, and this is a big but, unlike Prince of Persia, where the combat is real-time, the combat isn't real-time for this. So the camera not being the way I want and like perception shifting isn't affecting me too much to where it's making the gameplay and the action, which is supposed to be fun, not fun. Right now. So I think for this game, it works. I don't remember the camera being too annoying when I was younger. We'll see how I feel now, but
Let me go.
Got a favor to ask you.
I think it works in this game
You want me on
to
your
a degree.
team, right?
It works in... No, never mind. I was gonna say it works in Resident Evil, but it doesn't work in Resident Evil. I hated it in Resident
Major
Evil.
Blitz tournaments coming up. All the teams in Spira will be there. It's so huge, I'm sure someone there will recognize you. Then
Nope, horrible.
you can go back to your old team, right? It'll be fun. What do you say, huh? Come on, come on.
Come on. For Resident Evil? Yeah.
Sure
For Resident
thing.
Evil, it was... Because, here's the thing.
Dude, our team is gonna rock, eh?
This is my suggestion, if anything. If you wanted to keep
I think
that
then
camera
Blitzball and Sin
for
are the
Resident
only two
Evil
things that Spira
and
Xanarkin
make it
had in
work
common.
better, it might not be perfect. People might still hate it, but
I
if you
wasn't
wanted
too
it to
far
work
off either.
better, what you would want to do is remove the tank controls, right? Which obviously I don't know if they even considered it or what the limitations were in the 90s. But if you remove the
This is where I
tank
was
controls,
born.
right,
I
and you
started
put
Blitz when I was
modern
5.
controls
I
and you
joined the
keep the same
Aurochs at
camera
13,
angles,
10 years
it could
ago.
work,
10
right?
years.
Like I think
And
if
we
you're gonna
never
do
won a
remakes
game.
of the old games, right,
Well,
they
after
could milk
last
it
year's
if they really
tournament,
wanted to.
I
They
quit.
could do
Time seem right.
Resident Evil 2 remake like they did it, right? And like Resident Evil 4 remake like how they did it. And then they could also do straight up remakes or remasters or whatever with brand new textures, all that stuff.
After
Keep the
quitting,
camera
I got
angles,
this new job, yeah?
do modern
Every time
controls,
my mind wandered.
and then
Thought about
polish
the game.
the
10 years
the
without a single
control
win will do
scheme
that.
and the cameras, you know, through
My
play
first
testing.
match
Like,
last
okay,
year
when
was
I'm
my
running
big
from the
chance.
monster here, I notice the camera
Something else
fucks
was
me
on
up.
my mind.
Players aren't going to
Couldn't
like
focus.
this, you know? Get feedback
excuse.
from a large
Hey,
testing
hey.
group and then iron that out.
So
And I
you
think
wanna win
that
the
could
next
work.
tournament. Go out with a bang.
Because tank controls also make it not fun.
So, what's our goal?
I don't care how we do. Long as we play our best.
I always
Give
want
it
to play the
all.
OGs, but I just
I
can't.
can
Not being
walk
able to
away
see down a
happy.
hall because the camera's locked into facing you.
If
They
I
need to
say,
remake the
"What's our
OG. Also,
goal?"
Metal Gear Solid is an
you
example of
say,
bad camera.
Victory.
It's funny that you
When
bring that up
play in a Blitzball tournament,
because
play to win.
I landed on Final Fantasy X just by happenstance. Like,
serious?
Final Fantasy X was far from my mind to be the next game to stream. I was actually going to do Resident Evil. Like the originals, you know, like the shitty, blocky or whatever. But yeah, you know, you're a big fan of like horror games and stuff like that. And part of that horror is those forced camera angles because they're borrowing from like what people have learned in, you know, just through like the film industry developing the way that it did. You have to force uncomfortable camera angles onto people to induce the fear level because you don't know what you're running into. You can hear noises around you. So I think it does work. It sucks, but it's supposed to suck, right? Just like how some horror games are like, if I had a pistol, I'd be okay. But it takes the fear out of things when you have a weapon, right? So it's that same thing. Like I said, I think if they just polish the camera angles and use modern controls instead of tank controls, you'd be okay. Like, I can't play original Tomb Raider for the same reason that you're saying. The camera angle sucks. You have tank controls. You know what I mean? It's like you're not having fun in any direction. Now, if you put modern controls, you polish some of the camera angles, there you go. It's way worse. It takes away control. I don't know that it takes away control. Also, if you're playing through this on Steam, there's special options you can turn on if you want. I'm not playing this through Steam. I'm on an emulator. I'm playing PS2 original, and you'll appreciate why. I've said it a couple times in the beginning of the stream, but literally everywhere I went, Zach, not just on reviews. Like, when I was looking for thumbnails for the video, when I was scrolling through Google and like I was looking at like Reddit posts and stuff, anything that was talking about Final Fantasy X HD remake, everyone said the same thing. If you're gonna play this version, install these 2 mods and blah blah blah. But the main thing that they would say before they even said that was, just play the PS2 version. Don't even but if you're stuck on wanting to play the HD remaster, download these things. And I took that as my sign of like, I'm just gonna play the emulator because, I mean, that's what I've been doing on the channel anyway, you know, and that's what's been working, so might as well. And I remember liking the PS2 version, so I'm not gonna force the HD version if everyone's saying it's dog shit. You should play a horror game on stream next. Maybe I'll do Resident Evil. It was on the docket. I was gonna do like Resident Evil 2 or like Resident Evil 0, you know, one of the originals, and then just struggle my way through it. There was a lot of people that said that the HD version, like the character models were ugly for Tidus and Yuna. And they're like, just pass up on it. Five Nights at Fuzzboobs. It's so funny because the comment I left on Five Nights at Fuzzboobs, the soundtrack or whatever, it still comes up every now and then where someone likes my comment of like, hey, Five Nights at Fuzzboobs brought me here. It's like one of the most unhinged things I'm linked to. You know what I mean? And it's like a reminder every like quarter that, you know, it comes up. Speaking of horror games, I finished Dead Space 2 and 3 for the first time a couple months ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, cool, man. I remember Dead Space 2 and 3, like, they were just kind of like, eh. They never lived up to Dead Space 1 for me. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that, you know, some people still think they're good. I just couldn't get into them. But I always have a hard time with those kind of games, you know? And that applies to Resident Evil as well. Where, like, you're in this horror situation, and then people are like, go do this thing. And it's like, why don't you go do it? Why do I have to go do all these tasks by myself, and you never help? They're more detailed in the HD version, so you can really see the jank on the models in the cutscenes. I also had to download a 2 gig fan patch because of the cutscene glitch. Yep, exactly. That's what I was talking about. That's literally what I was talking about, Zach. They have two mods that they always say. If you go, I swear, if you go Google Final Fantasy X HD remake or whatever, and you don't put anything else, and you just scroll through Google, and you go to like Reddit or fucking Steam reviews or whatever, everyone says the same thing. Download the PS2 model importer or whatever, and download the fan patch to fix all the glitches. And before they say any of that, again, they tell you just go play the fucking PS2 version. So I'm like, well, I'm just gonna go play the PS2 version. It was hilarious because I'm like, I'm not even looking for reviews of the game at this point. I'm literally just looking for, you know, thumbnails. And instead, everyone keeps telling me how dog shit the HD remaster is. The remake of DS1 was fantastic. Yeah, I watched CC play it, and he loved it, and I liked watching it, so I'll agree with that. Bam, bam, boom, boom. Dude, I bit my lip the other day. I don't even remember when. It had to be like 2-3 days ago. But I bit it like right in the corner on the inside. And man, it hurts. It's like, it's not like bad all the time, but it's like if I go to eat something or like, yeah, just like my tongue rubs up against like right like underneath. Oh man. It's like the smallest little cut. It's like when you get like a paper cut, basically. Like how annoyingly painful that is. It's like that. It's because the HD remake is based directly off the PS3 version of the game, and because of that, are ROM issues when playing cutscene. There's a glitch that happens that overloads the RAM in the game, so you can only get the audio for the cutscene and no visuals. The patch upgrades the RAM from 2 to 4, so there's no issues. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like there's like older PC games that if you install them, you have to install what's called like the 4 GB patch. And that like takes away like some kind of a limit or whatever for the same thing, the ROM. It's funny that they ported over the game and then didn't think to do that. Because that's been existent in the PC community for a while too, like when you go back to play older games.
Be on guard. There are fiends on the road today.
After surviving your run-in with Sin, it would be a shame if something happened now.
'Twould be a shame.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Huh? Crews of what?
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Cool. In return, come tournament time, I'll make sure we take the cup.
Cool. About the Crusaders, you can ask them yourself. They got a lodge in a village.
That must be really disappointing though, for people to download like the HD remake and be all excited to play a game that they loved and have nostalgia for, and then it doesn't work.
They got any food?
It's like, well,
there?
I could just stay playing the
We'll get
emulator.
you
You know what I
something
mean?
over there later. Take a look around first.
At least the game ran perfectly
The
fine after
Crusaders'
that,
Lodge
unlike
is over
Final
yonder.
Fantasy
Luzu
16.
and
16
Gata
is a
usually
gorgeous
there.
game, but during the heavier cutscenes, it lagged hard. I swear I dropped from 120 frames to like 10 in some
Alright.
spots. Ugh. Oh, that's terrible.
Over here.
Huh? What's up?
You do remember the prayer, right?
Yeah, I actually don't stream PS3 games, like PS3 emulator games, for a similar reason. Like, I played Ratchet and Clank, and then that was kind of laggy.
I didn't know it in the first place, to tell the truth.
You know, I played that the whole way through, and I put up with it because it wasn't too bad. But then I tried doing Jack and Daxter, and that was terrible. And then I kind of, like, did some Googling, and it's like, yeah, PS3 emulation is just not where it's at. So I just avoided it altogether.
Go ahead, you try.
So now I don't stream PS3 games, period, because it's not worth it. If there's PC ports, I'll just play the PC port.
Hey, not bad. Okay, now, go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any Blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the Blitzball sign for victory.
Yeah. That's similar. You know what's funny about that is that that's the same issue with Nintendo 64, I believe. Nintendo 64 is a hard console to emulate for whatever reason, whatever is going on with the system itself, like you said. So Nintendo 64 is in that park too. There's one really good emulator for the Nintendo 64. I can't remember the name of it right now. I'd have to look in my folders, but I found one that actually replicates the whole console itself. So pretty much every game will play the way it's supposed to, which is nice. The reason it's not as popular and a lot of people don't like it is because it's like it takes heavy processing power. But I'm like, what are you guys trying to play this on? You know what I mean? Like, it's 2025. If you have a somewhat modern PC, you should be fine. I mean, even maybe some shitty little government PCs should be fine to play this thing. But yeah, some people are like, it's too heavy of an application for my system. I'm like, what the fuck are you playing it on? You know what I mean? Are you on a Texas calculator, a Texas TI-1 or whatever? Like, what do you want to play this on? Your refrigerator?
Go present yourself to...
Been really enjoying FFX on my Steam Deck perfection. Yeah, I have a friend, he's in here as well, CC, and he plays pretty much all his emulators on Steam Deck now because, like, it's just zero issues. And funny thing, now it's seeming like with a lot of the news that's coming out or whatever, that pretty much gaming period on SteamOS is pretty good because it's operating off Linux. So, and Linux gaming apparently is like superior. The only thing that's an issue right now is that like BattleEye and stuff like that don't work on PC. So like doing multiplayer gaming is still tough for Linux players. But the funny thing about that is that BattleEye and all those fucking like DRM anti-cheat things or whatever, they go down to like the kernel level, and they most of the time are responsible for games not working properly and causing glitches and issues for users, which is kind of funny. So it's funny that leaving Windows improves your game, and then not having DRM things like BattleEye also improves your gameplay, like your frame rates and how the game plays, and like the overall performance. So it's just kind of hilarious. It's like these things that are common, or like, you know, the things we're supposed to use make the performance worse.
The hero Mihen formed the Crusaders 800 years ago as the Crimson
They're on
Blades.
fucking Windows Vista. Yeah,
Later,
Windows
our
Vista was
ranks grew,
terrible.
and we called
The Steam Deck
ourselves
is
the
awesome.
Crusaders.
I agree.
We've been fighting
EMU
sin
Deck is
ever
awesome.
since.
What? You've been fighting 800 years and you still haven't beat it?
Well, we've steered sin away from town
Damn.
many times.
He just dunked on them
That's
for no
all we
reason.
can do. Nobody's ever been able to defeat it. Our mission as Crusaders is to protect the temples, towns, villages, and people of Spira.
So, then whose job is it to defeat Sin?
Is Sin's toxin really this bad, sir?
It does seem rather bad. We could just tell you, but I think it better for you to try and remember. Go pray at the temple. Perhaps Yevon will help you regain your memory.
Who's Yevon? I've been playing Expedition 33 recently. I think I'm about 21 or 22 hours into it. You just opened a big can of worms, Zach. You just opened a big can of worms, buddy. This is a Claire Obscure fan section for sure. I could talk about Lune all day. I always like this Faith music soundtrack.
It was then, standing in that place, I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
I've just started Act 2, so no spoilers. My favorite character so far is CL. Ugh, God. Another one of these CL simps. I do have to admit, though, CL's personality is a winner. It's an absolute winner. I love her optimism. I like that she's willing to take those odds, just like me. You know, there's no such thing as losing until you lose, baby. But yeah, CC is a total CL simp.
I got too close to Sin's toxin. It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
So what he meant was that we
John
should
just has a
respect
foot
some kind
fetish.
of great
Lune! Lune, my baby. Lune was a baddie. Lune is a baddie. When she does her little float magic. She was also good for my, like, I don't know what you would call it. I don't know if it's ADHD or OCD or whatever it is that, like, the audio of all the other characters when you're controlling them and they're, like, constantly in a sprint running, it drove me insane. So being able to switch to Lune and just glide, right? Like, and she's sexy. I'm like, all right, cool. Aeons are fucking broken in this game, by the way. If you want to win every boss fight, just summon every Aeon and use their finisher. Okay. Oh, wait, I wasn't supposed to leave. Wait. No, I was, right? I'm supposed to leave, talk to Waka, because now I can get dinner. And then after I talk to Waka, then I can go into the actual temple to find Yuna. And then get Yuna to join us on our quest and then leave. And then Riku shows up at some point later, I think. That's the market, and this is... what's his face? Yeah.
Sorry, man. No time for lunch yet. Take a nap. You look pushed.
Didn't you tell me that if I went to the priest and I came back, you'd have food ready for me? Isn't that what you said to me, Waka?
You could at least go see how they are doing.
We can't interfere. It's a rule.
But
Riku doesn't show up till like halfway. She's the last party member you get. Okay, so then I'm probably thinking of Lulu. I think I get Lulu and then Yuna, or Yuna then Lulu. But yeah.
But it's been nearly...
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Fine, let him die.
Do you hate him so?
Your dad sucks.
But if he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
Also, each temple has a destruction fear side puzzle. I highly recommend doing this, as you get free loot for doing so. And if you do all of them at the end of the game, you get the Aeon Anima. He's doing your voice. My regular voice or my
Waka?
exaggerated voice. Because I don't know if I should be insulted yet or not. And Anima is really, really fucking sweet. My mocking voice. Nice, thank you. I appreciate that. That could have been a deep jab, man. That could have been a deep jab. Can I eat yet or what, dude? Tidus hasn't eaten all day. Yeah, you're normal. What was I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go to the temple now, or... I wasn't paying attention. I was addressing the mocking voice. It's a vendor. I don't care about that. We're just gonna go to the temple. I think it's temple time. Yep, temple time.
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
Huh?
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Yeah, but I think Yevon said it's okay.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
Our precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care.
Like I care!
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
I told you the dialogue in this game is top tier. This is quality. Like I care! Those who seek to learn Yevon's secrets, his arts are tested by the Cloister of Trials. Find the right way and you'll be taken to the Chamber of Faith. Examine objects with X to open the way. Like I care! That was fucking funny. That was fucking funny. Oh man, that's funny. Let me look at your dirty little DM. Man, that's funny. Okay, I'm not gonna watch that right now, but yeah, maybe we'll try. We'll try. We all know that I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna get real sick of doing these puzzles really fast. Reminds me of the scene in Point Break. What's up with my Chamber of Faith? Destruction fears up the way to the hidden treasure. Seems episode fears are also necessary. Hey, my name's Johnny Utah. Who cares? Let me see if I can... I don't know if there's like a scene of it by itself. I have a clip here, but it's like... what you call it? Can I mute fucking what you call it real quick? There we go. Put that over there and just mute that. I don't even want to hear it. Okay, let's see. Where's Firefox at? Is it on here?
Hey! The name's Johnny Utah!
Who cares?
Okay, yeah, I like it. I like it. That was funny. That was fucking funny, yeah. That's that girl from In the Army Now. She always has lines like that. Even her lines in the Army Now are kind of like that. They always picked her to do that kind of delivery. Can I take the spear out of the door? Hey, my name's Johnny Utah. So what now? I take it that doesn't go there because nothing happened. So this spear goes somewhere specific. Hey, my name's DonnyxCage. This will always be the most annoying thing in the world to me. There are tons of things about this game I don't like, and this will always be the thing I hate the most. I tell people my last and first name in that order. I do it like James Bond, you know? You can only carry one spear at a time. But I've got 2 hands. One at a time! It's accurate. That's very accurate. I'm glad I'm not the only one that felt that way as a kid. That shit pissed me off. The name's Utah. Johnny Utah. This is the destruction sphere? Yeah. I always wondered what it would be like to be one of those people that's named after a state, you know? Like, what if my name was Tex, Wyoming, you know? Hey, what's going on? Name's Tex. Tex, Wyoming. Oh, brother. Let me out! That's 2 states. Yeah, I know. That's even better. Imagine you get to be named after 2 states. It can't be any better. Can't be any worse than Walker. I heard he was a Texas Ranger. Dog. Finally. Finally. Dog. Finally. I can't stand these puzzles. I cannot stand them. This stupid fucking Besaid puzzle shit. Give me. The name's Clip. Clip, Arizona. Thinking of ways to use state as names is like, yeah, like pairing it together. It's an art form. Jersey, because everything from Jersey naturally sucks. Yeah, yeah. Bro, I cannot stand this. I cannot stand this shit. Did I not place the Besaid orb there before? Probably not, but I'm still pissed. Move the pedestal set with the sphere to the correct place. If you move it improperly, step on the shining glyph to return the pedestal to its original place.
Into you. Hey, it's okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian?
Bro.
Whoa! Ah! Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them. The Guardian's in there now. One of them's got a sure fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far, might as well go all the way.
Love that music.
What are you doing here? Didn't think we'd
The main character sort of looks like Reba McEntire.
Just
Is that Lulu?
see, like Told you she gets mad easy.
Is the summoner all right?
Who are you?
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Zach. The Meg Ryan thing. I remember that. That was like a huge thing. Trying to remember. The Spoony one. The Spoony one. He was a reviewer back in the early 2000s before he went off the rails making outlandish rape jokes, by the way. And, yeah. I think he started the whole Tidus Meg Ryan thing. Or at least he made it popular. The music in 10 is absolutely audio gorgeousness. The Spira grid is still one of the best combat level up systems ever made. Yeah, we'll see how much more I appreciate it now as an adult who's played Elden Ring and beat it. But you have to admit, right? For PS2, I said this earlier in the beginning of the stream, Square Enix, masters of cutscene graphics. Masters.
Man, was I surprised. And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
Putting your transgression aside for now, let us celebrate the birth of a summoner. Yeah, how about you put this fucking fist to the side, huh? To the side of your fucking head, pussy, bald prick, bitch. I love that temple music. It's called Hymn of Faith. And it's probably one of the best songs on the soundtrack to me. Because I love that kind of music in general. But yeah. There's one cutscene you'll get to in the next major city. It's called Seeding of Kilua, and it's one of the most gorgeous video game cutscenes ever made. I don't doubt that at all. I'll say it a million times in this stream and a million times in the next stream and as many streams as it takes as we're playing this game. Square Enix, even a little bit still to this day, knows how to make beautiful cutscenes. And I think, yeah, I mean, it just is what it is.
Hey, over here.
But what they were able to do on the PS2 with their cutscenes will always be, like, just, it blew so many other games out of the water. Stop bald-on-bald violence.
Wait till you see this.
I can't see anything.
Ready?
Okay.
Yuna is where a lot of these, like, anime simping dudes developed their love for, what's it called when they have two different eye colors? Heterochromia or something like that? That's where everybody's little, like, fetish for heterochromia came from. They played this game and they're like, oh, I can have two sexy eye colors at the same time? Remember the Final Fantasy movie? Which Final Fantasy movie? I didn't mind... Well, actually, I don't remember. I didn't mind the Final Fantasy VII one, I don't think. Goth Mommy. Awooga. Yeah. Awooga indeed, sir. Awooga indeed. Yeah, give him a little pet. Give him a little scritchy scratch. Yep. Give him a little scritchy scratch. Yep, they like that. They like the scritchy scratch. Yep. Wow. Ooh. Whoa. Yeah, everyone's doing that for, like, the Aeon or whatever, and I'm doing that for Lulu. I'm like, ooh, ah, ooh.
Sure.
Everyone's, like, obviously looking at the Aeon, but then I'm, like, I'm staring at Lulu, and I'm like, ooh, ah, ooh. No, not Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy The Spirits Within. No, I've never seen that. Also, in the CGI cutscenes, they've never animated Lulu's bottom half due to the belt dress, so you only see her from the waist up. Well, that makes sense because, like I was saying earlier in the beginning of the stream, the CGI like that they do in the cutscenes is really impressive because they do things. It's like they knew there were details that were missing that they had limitations of. So like they give, if you watch the cutscenes, you'll see like people's hair have physics, their clothes have physics, you know, like the skin textures are better, all that stuff. So it makes sense that they wouldn't do that because all those overlapping belts would be fucking madness.
I remember that night.
Good, don't watch it.
For the first time.
They literally said to the character designer, Tetsuya Nomura, how do we animate this? He just shrugged, so they said, fine, this will take too much work, so we won't do it.
For me.
I love that. That's awesome. So we won't do it.
Let me introduce you to the team. This guy here wants into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team. They
could have just given her a different dress design. You know what I mean? They could have just been like, that's probably what they were hoping for, was that he would just be like, okay, I'll make her a different dress that's easier to animate into cutscenes. And he didn't do that, so they were like, you know what? Your character, we're never going to see the bottom half of her.
So what's our goal?
To do our best!
Oh, wow.
Nope, we got a new goal now. Our new goal is victory. To win every match, defeat every opposing team, to bring the Crystal Cup back to our island. That's all we need to do to win. Easy, huh?
All right, let's say our new chant. Fly, fight, win. Oh, my boy's he's already locked in on Yuna. He's like Paul Atreides when he comes across his desert bay. It's the same thing. He's like, oh, I've seen you in the spice. Look at Reba. Simpin'. From 7 onwards, Nomura has been the main character and monster designer for Final Fantasy, and still is to this day. He was also the character designer and director of Kingdom Hearts series. Yep, that makes sense. I appreciate that information. Yeah. Okay. Let's go talk to Yuna. Hey, what's going on, baby?
You heathen!
I'm part of the Xanarcan AIDS.
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
No, I'm bald. I'm a bald man. You're missing a letter. You're adding letters, actually.
It was really my fault to begin with.
She meant to say I'm a bald man, not bad man. I don't know what she's talking about.
So much for your help earlier.
Huh?
You're welcome, baby.
I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to...
You also know it's the early 2000s because he's got the fuckboy diamond studs in his ears. You know? That's like his way of letting you know that he listens to Paul Wall. You know what I mean?
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
I've just met you, but sure.
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
Yeah, we can talk more. I'll tell you about Xanarcan. I'll tell you about how I was the star player of the Xanarcan
Tell me
Apes.
all about Xanarcan.
Oh, shit, she knows?
She's cute, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't get no ideas.
Shut
No
up.
promises there,
I got
big
tons
guy.
of ideas. Yeah, way to go,
Hey,
Tidus.
What if she, comes on to me?
Yeah, what if she, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen. If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
Stay away from...
You fucking old pricks. I chimed in. Haven't you people ever heard of? Closing the damn summoner door, no. Much better to face these kinds of things with an Aeon sense of rationality. Okay. That guy's pants are too similar to his skin color. It looks like he's sleeping in a thong. Doesn't it? Doesn't it look like he's sleeping in a thong? Rewind. If you missed it, rewind. It looks like he's sleeping in a thong. Oh man, he's already dreaming about this girl.
Everyone will find us if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me to Xanarkand?
Baby, I'll take you anywhere you want to go.
Hey! You said you'd go with me!
Oh, hey,
I thought Waka told you not to get any ideas.
He did?
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming! You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball! Oh, what's the matter?
Oh, he's got daddy issues.
Cry again. Cry, cry. That's the only thing you're good for.
Damn, dude. I hate you.
What'd you say?
You have to speak loudly.
Speak up, gang shit.
I hate you!
Huh?
That's the spirit.
You can do it!
You could do it, put your back into it. You could do it, put your back into it. Oh, shit.
Dead, okay? Dead.
Oh, shit.
He does look a lot like Chapu. I was surprised too, the first time I saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Yeah, but he needed our help.
Excuses again?
Yeah, but...
That's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
My little brother, Chapu. He looked like you.
He's dead?
He was with the Crusaders when they fought Sin last year.
That's a strange sentence, Zach. This game costed $61 million to make in 2024 USD back in 2001.
I became a guardian to fight Sin. Yeah.
So in 2001, it cost the equivalent of $61 million in 2024. Is that what you're saying?
Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full time. I know it kind of looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Don't worry. I mean, I owe you a lot. You really helped me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
So what was the actual number in 2001?
Me.
Like a couple million? Like 5-6 million or something like that? And then it inflated? Because inflation's... It's been a lot since 20 years. So I'm assuming it had to be like a couple million. Maybe like 5, 6, 7 million maybe. And then that multiplied up. Waka! Waka Flocka Flame! Alright, let's save. You guys already know the drill. I got a small bladder. Hold on a second. Enjoy the music or whatever. $32.3 million. Wow. Yeah, in 2001, that is a lot of money. That's more than most movies cost it to make in that time. Didn't you say and talk to every NPC? One of them has a second finisher you can get for
Hey,
Baleful.
sleepyhead. Something I want to give you.
Whoa! You're giving this to me?
Yeah, use it well.
That's the sword you gave Chappu.
Well, he never used it. Where's Yuna?
We're taking the same boat as Yuna, right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together.
I agree. I agree. We should leave together.
You really don't need all that luggage.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
Okay, off we go.
When you return to the city, talk to the girl behind the counter at the shop. Then go to the furthest house on the right side and the dog will be there. Okay. So we're going to talk to the girl behind the counter at the shop. Nope, she's not behind the shop. Go into every house you can and talk to every NPC possible. Okay. Okay, talk to her. No one's in here, which should be expected. That's Waka's house. I'm watching the store while Sis is off praying. Okay, so she mentioned her dog. Now we're going to go to the farthest one on the right, which makes sense because Waka's in the middle. We already checked that and it's empty. There's the dog. He's got something in his mouth. Obtain something mangled and slobbery. Gilfuck has learned to overdrive energy blast. All right, we got it. Let's get out of here.
Here comes one now. Hey, why don't you try out that sword I gave you?
This music, epic.
No problem.
Not too shabby. You kept up with him. Might make a good guardian someday. A flyer. My kind of customer.
That'll never not be funny to me. That'll never not be funny to me. Anytime he hits somebody with a fucking soccer ball as an attack, hilarious. I wish that was an attack in every game. I wish in Elden Ring I could throw a soccer ball at flying enemies. That would make me so happy.
That looks like trouble.
Ha! Watch this!
Told ya, only magic can beat that thing. If you can't beat them down, you gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Magic? Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean. Lu, you're up.
Clueless, aren't you? Good thing I'm here.
It's a great thing you're here, darling. It's a great thing you're here. Tidus is your speed brawler character. He'll often do the fast. He'll often be the I can't read with this shit on. He'll often be the fastest character on the field, so he'll get to move before anyone else. His grid lets him learn slow and haste magic eventually.
Spells
Okay.
of ice work well against fire fiends. And ice fiends are weak against fire magic. You
Yeah, I get
follow?
how elements work.
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means...
Damn. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a good stream. Lulu is your typical black mage, so she's all about using the elements. Oh, that's cool. I admire that old kind of style of like, look, this is in the distance.
Take your time.
That kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. You know, you can tell it's not really like 3D rendered in the distance. It's more of a drawn look,
man.
but it's
We gotta
pretty,
wait.
you know.
Huh?
Are you ready?
Waka's grid is a good mix of power and abilities. Waka gets access to stuff like silence, darkness, etc. Yeah. Waka is O-fucking-P. He can hit things at a distance.
Going on?
You can pair it with the things like you're talking about. He can get elements attached to his weapons. The dude is unstoppable.
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chapu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat.
The first time I finished the game, my main party was Tidus, Waka, and Orin.
That should do it.
I don't know what my main party was. It's been so long, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I would assume Lulu and Waka for sure. And probably Tidus. Probably Tidus, Waka, and Lulu. The worst member of your party is Kimari due to him being the game's resident blue mage, jack of all trades, master of none, which is a hindrance in this game. I remember not using him much when I played. I do remember that.
What's with that guy?
Kimari Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the Fiend's way of fighting.
That's not what I meant.
He's another Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kimari doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
A flyer! That's your department, right?
True. But, why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
The best path for him is either to send him down Yuna's grid and make him a backup healer, or down Riku's grid and make him another thief. Using the right stolen items in this game makes the combat a joke at points. Is there a character limit? I don't know that I have an option to increase or reduce the character limit. So I apologize if you guys' longer comments is getting cut off. I don't really have an option for that. Yeah, sorry, I don't really have an option for that, boys. But, yeah. Sorry about that. If I could change it, I would, buddy. I don't know. I'll look and see if... I'll Google it after the stream's over. I appreciate you coming in here and dropping your Final Fantasy knowledge, though. Press L1 during battle to switch in a character not currently being used. Just switch them in, and they're ready to go.
Your first real battle. Let's see some style.
Show us what your training has taught you, Yuna.
Okay.
Use the summon command to have Yuna call in an Aeon to aid her in battle. Only Yuna can summon Aeons. Use it when you need help against tough opponents. When Aeons take damage, their HP decreases. Should their HP reach 0, they will leave battle and become unavailable for a time. Aeons recover HP at save spheres. Alright, let's call in Gilfuck. Yuna's Overdrive will summon an Aeon with a full Overdrive bar, aka an immediate finisher. That didn't do shit. If you use Yuna's Overdrive while the summoned Aeon already has full Overdrive bar, then that Aeon finisher will do double damage. Okay, so then I guess the goal is to, what, get him to be called out with a full Overdrive bar every time, and then use her Overdrive to double the damage? If that's even possible. I'm assuming it's possible for her to be able to call in. Damn! Gilfuck just hit for 1100. How crazy is that? So what's like the pro strat way of doing it? Because I'm assuming maybe there's like a sphere or something that lets her call it in with overdrive full every time, and then she can use her overdrive still to double the damage. Overdrive bars carry over after fights unless they're entirely full or entirely empty. This goes for regular characters as well as Aeons.
Another one of those. No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say goodnight, birdie.
Aeons heal at save points, so you can summon Aeons on regular moves. Get a full bar, summon each one on a boss fight, use the finisher, and the boss will usually die pretty quickly. You can really only start doing this once you have 3+ Aeons. I'm curious to see if I fully understand the mechanic well enough, and like how long it'll take me to adjust to doing like what you're suggesting. Because it seems pretty simple the way that I'm reading it. Like basically we just fill up their overdrive bars, like you said, on regular trash enemies. And then once we actually get to a boss, now we can just pop out each Aeon consecutively, blow their finisher, and then that's it, right? I'm assuming there's more that I'm gonna have to learn, like how the turn system, calling them out. I think all that stuff plays into it. That's usually the case with these kind of games. It's not that hard, honestly, and Aeons have a boost feature that causes them to take extra damage, but fills the overdrive gauge quicker. Okay. Can I drop down? It looks like there's a drop-down point there. Maybe there's like some way of getting down there or something, or whatever. I'm sure it'll come around. Well, it's letting me come out here, so I was assuming maybe there's some kind of loot back here I can grab real quick before, like, the main adventure starts. But this wall blocks that off. There's invisible walls. You would assume that they would just cut the map off where the invisible walls are, but they don't. But look, found the chest, like I said. Mooncrest. Don't know what that's for, but we got it. Oh, this loops around. Okay. I didn't realize where I wound up at because of the way the camera is angled. Don't worry about the crests. They're for the celestial weapons, aka the best weapons in the game for each character. But you have to do a lot of stupid shit for each one of them. Thank you. I appreciate comments like that. And I genuinely mean that. Because when people come in here and they tell me to do unbelievably exhaustive tasks to unlock certain things, I'm like, no, it's not happening. Like when people want me to get all the collectibles in Donkey Kong 64, that's never happening. I'm never going back for it. Like dodge 200 lightning bolts in a row without a counter. Is there a dodge button? What the heck? Tidus is so annoying. He's so annoying. Oh, my boy's crushing. My boy is crushing. At one point in the game, you get to a place where it's kind of... Oh, I remember what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I remember that area. But you have to press it like a half a second before the screen flashes or else you'll be hit by it. Okay. I remember the area you're talking about. And yes, I agree. That's stupid. That's really stupid. Can I not play with the beach ball?
Word is that summoner's got noble blood. I heard she's Lord Braska's daughter. You don't say.
Lord Braska's daughter? So, is Yuna's father famous or something?
She's the daughter of High Summoner Braska. You saw his statue at the temple. Lord Braska defeated Sin 10 years ago. Yuna's the heir to a great legacy.
It's tough when your father's famous.
Huh?
Wakka's a bit lacking in the imagination department.
Huh?
Thanks, Lulu. I'll keep that in mind.
Lulu, what's going on? Where are you going, baby? Let's talk.
I don't know who you are or where you came from.
Well, hi. Cage. DonnyxCage. I'm from Xanarkand. I'm the star player of the Xanarkand Apes.
If you interfere with Yuna's pilgrimage, we won't take it lightly. I don't know who you are or where you came from.
It's got to be a Hispanic thing. You know what I mean? When the chat gets a little aggressive, right? When she's a little aggressive, I'm like, all right, okay, I get it. Be cold, baby. Be cold. It's okay. I'll warm you up. We'll warm up to each other. Don't you worry.
If you interfere with
All right, let's see. What else is going on here? I forgot that Tidus is really into Yuna, so we're not going to get my Lulu romance playthrough. You know what I mean? This kid's so annoying, though. Another thing that is really annoying is to unlock character finishers, you also have to do a lot of stupid shit. Like Wakka's finishers, you have to win a certain number of Blitzball games for each one, and fuck that. Yeah. Okay, nothing in there. Hey, can you believe this? What? I just saw this merchant guy inside the ship, and guess what he said to me? He walked up to me and said, "You're no good." Just like that. Isn't that awful? I've still got style. I'll show him. Yeah, go show him. Yeah, that's right. I knew I was right. He doesn't know what he's talking about. We just instigated a fight. Where's this merchant guy in the ship, I wonder? Let's go talk to Yuna. Tidus is the easiest. He unlocks the next finisher by using the previous one a certain number of times. So just use a finisher when Tidus has one and you'll unlock with his in time. Okay. They should all be like that, really. Uh-oh. What is she sad about? You okay? Well, she wanted his company, though. So that, you know, it's looking up for Tidus. It's looking up for him.
The wind. It's nice. You're a Blitzball player, aren't you? From Xanarkand, right?
You hear that from Wakka?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah, maybe they're meant for
Wakka
each other,
doesn't believe me at
Sadwings.
all.
They're both weird enough to just laugh at nothing, so...
But I believe you.
Huh?
I've heard in Xanarkand there is a great stadium, all lit up, even at night.
Huh?
Great Blitzball tournaments are held there. And the stands are
Zach,
always
that's
full.
fucking hilarious.
How do you know that?
He said Kamari
A man
is
named
also
Jecht
easy to
told
get since you have to use
He
his
was my
special
father's
ability on certain
guardian.
enemies to learn their skills. But that involves using Kamari, and Kamari's not good. That's fucking funny.
My father. His name is
Oh.
Jecht.
Yeah, all right, here we go with the dad issues.
Amazing! You know, our meeting like this must be the blessing of Yevon.
Sounds like him, but it can't be him.
Why not?
My old man, he died. 10 years ago, off the coast of Xanarkand.
I'm sorry.
He went out to sea for training one day, and never came back. And no one's seen him since then.
Why, that's the day that Jecht came to Spira.
But
This song is like one of
I
the
first met Jecht 10 years and
coolest
3
Final
months ago.
Fantasy songs ever.
I
You can't
remember
really
that
hear
was
it right
the
now,
day
but it's
my
a
father
beautiful sound. Like it's just one of the most beautiful songs on the soundtrack.
The date fits, doesn't it?
yeah, but how would he get here?
You're here? Are you not?
What do you think you're doing? Stick a harpoon in him and we'll all get dragged under.
Zin is going for Kilika. We gotta distract it. Our families are in Kilika. Forgive us, Lady Summoner.
Wait! Oh boy!
This one, there is one really annoying point late game where you are forced to use Kimahri in a 2v1 fight. So as you're playing, just make sure to swap him in and get him some XP. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind, because you know I will ignore the shit out of him for the rest of the game. Also, religion and the concepts of life, death, rebirth, and afterlife are just the main story concepts for 10, aka just like most other JRPGs, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. Yeah, I mean, typically, for most successful stories, those concepts are all very human, you know? And if you want to tell a successful story, you want to tell a story that has human elements. And, you know, those are some of the most common human elements for people to relate to. And I think they make for a good story. So, yeah, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You can swap them in, get one hit, and swap them out. As long as the character gets one hit, they get XP for the fight. That's going to be kind of annoying. That's going to be one of those things where I'm like, okay, now I understand why modern RPGs just give the whole party XP. Because that's going to be really annoying. Yep, comes with it being product of the times. Yeah. It's funny you mention that, Because I think I do remember when I played this game the first time, it was like, okay, I had like a system of like, the fight starts with these certain characters, and then I swap out to the character I did want, do the, you know, get them whatever, and then it was either the first line people got in their hits so they could get their XP, and then you swap to the main person you want to use, or vice versa. Shit, that's not what I wanted. The fact I can attack myself, I apologize. I wasn't paying attention.
When's this going to end? The fin, quick! I like that he died as I was reading your comment about if an Aeon dies with a full overdrive bar. Perfect timing. Fuck Kimari. Oh, that was awesome. What do you mean? Actually, don't even worry about it. I'll look it up. 150 character limit. I won't even try and force you to type all that shit in here. But if you do, you can do really dumb stuff, like make Yuna your heavy-hitting powerhouse. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, I get why you say it's dumb, but it sounds cool, though, right? Like, you can make Yuna fucking a beast.
Can I give her a Blitzball? Oh, okay. But can you equip any weapon you want? No, you're still locked to certain weapons, but it is hilarious to see either Yuna or Lulu attack and hit for big dumb numbers when they're not supposed to. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think my first thought, it would have been made for a better concept than just having them hit for big dumb numbers. Like if Lulu is running up, or you know, Yuna's running up and like smacking an enemy with a staff and then doing big dumb numbers like you said, that feels stupid. But if you have them run, like, you know, they can use Wakka's ball or, you know, Tidus's sword, then yeah, like that would be cool. I don't think Dark Attack affects them. I'm gonna try, but I'm pretty sure Dark Attack is immune. Oh, okay, no, it works. Oh shit, I forgot to heal him. My bad. Okay, good. They didn't hit him. Oh, I don't have potion to give him anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm wondering if taking out these minions will make things better, but it seems like not. Maybe I should just keep focusing the boss. Not good, man. Be nice if the ball ricocheted. Okay, alright. We're probably gonna lose, but I'll try that next time. I don't have Dark Attack. I feel like we're definitely gonna lose this one. Yep, saw that coming. All right, well, that's it for our stream today. We'll be back tomorrow. It won't be the usual time, so before you all click off, yeah, we're gonna start early. The plan and the intention is we're going to start 9 in the morning my time, which, you know, I'm in the West Coast, so add 3 hours if you're in the East Coast. And it's going to be just like my very first Final Fantasy stream. It's going to be 8 hours, baby. A full 8 hours of Final Fantasy X. Obviously, I'm planning on doing this all week and actually finishing the game. But yeah, so, I don't know. I just felt like, why not? We'll do a whole day of Final Fantasy, 8 hours, try to get some subs, try to get the views up there, spread the word to your Final Fantasy loving friends or whatever, hit the share button, like, comment, send it to your hot single aunt. Hey, baby, what's up? And yeah, thanks to everybody that came by. Thanks to all the usual suspects. Thank you to Zach, who also decided to swing by today and be the encyclopedia of Final Fantasy. I appreciate it. Hopefully you'll be here for all the Final Fantasy streams, because that'll make it that much easier for me to get through it, because I don't remember really a lot about anything when it comes to the combat or certain tricks and stuff like that. It's coming to me slowly in bits and pieces, but mainly it's just been you telling me, and that helps a lot. So I really appreciate that. Yeah, so that's the plan. So hopefully, if you guys have the time and you're around, feel free to swing by. No obligation on my end, of course. I'm just doing that for fuck it reasons. That's why. I did it for the first stream. I wanted to do it for this stream, but I started late. I had a lot of stuff I had to do beforehand. I believe tomorrow... Actually, hold on. Before I say 9 in the morning tomorrow, because I might have an appointment tomorrow. Yeah, I actually have an appointment tomorrow. Hold on. Let me see. Let me make sure, because I want to make sure we follow through. Yeah, okay. Not 9 in the morning, at 11. We're going to start at 11, because I have an appointment at 10. So at 11, and then we're going to do the 8 hours, however long that takes. So, yeah, it'll be a long stream. It'll be earlier. And then if I feel like doing that again the day after, I'll probably do it the day after. But more than likely, we'll just go back to the usual 3 to 6 p.m. And yeah, thank you, everybody, for coming by. And I appreciate you chatting and being in the comments and supporting the stream. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace and love. And I'll be thinking about Lulu until tomorrow. All right. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day.